Hey everyone, Yusuf from Floori here. Thanks for making it. I'm glad to have you. So right now we're going to quickly go over how to set up your manufacturer account. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Floori portal here at portal.floori.io, and we're not going to log in because we don't have an account yet. We're going to go to sign up. So you plug in your name, your company name. Now the account type, we're going to choose manufacturer because I'm going to show you how to do all that right now. And then once you fill everything out, you're going to get an email to activate your account. You click the link, activate it, and then log back in. So I am going to log into one of our manufacturer accounts here, and we will jump in to show you what's going on. So I'm going to minimize my view so you guys can see everything. Bam, there I'm gone. Okay, so this is the Floori Administrator portal here. So this is where you can manage all the different products that you have, the different settings for Floori Lite, and different account settings. So for you, you won't actually see anything here populated already, but this is what it looks like with someone that actually already has flooring. So we'll go over the different sections here, but here we have our product catalog. So these are all the different products that we've uploaded to the platform, and we can obviously look through these and kind of get a quick glance of what's going on. We can also search and find products real quickly. We can go into products and edit them and edit the different fields, pricing, and specifications like width, lengths, all that kind of stuff. So that's our product catalog. Floori Lite over here. So this is where we can actually configure the different settings for our web plugin, Floori Lite. So you can actually view your URL here. You can click that. If you ever lose it, it's your suffix and then .floori.io. You can specify the suffix, and you can do a bunch of stuff here. I'll go over all this in detail, but I just want to give you a quick overview. And then, of course, account settings like the billing information, invoice information, and things like that. So cool. So that's kind of a quick overview. Now let's go into how to actually add a particular category here. So for example, I'm in the category section here. So a category is essentially a folder. This is kind of our terminology for a folder. So when we add a category, it gives us the opportunity to add a collection or whatever way you want to organize your flooring, right off the bat. That's you can do it from that way. So for example, we are right now organizing by engineered wood, solid hardwood. If you have carpet, LVT, you can do that. Let's say you only have engineered wood. You probably don't need to have a category that says engineered wood. You could probably just jump into your different collections that you have right away. But anyway here, so let's add a category. Let's just say we want to add a different product here. So let's call this one LVT/LVP, and you have to this is a required field, so you can just put LVT/LVP for hardwoods for less. And then it asks you to choose a preview picture or drag it here. So we will open up a photo that we have, like this might be something that you have like on your in your marketing or something like that. So we'll go over to a photo that we have of some LVP, and bam, there we go. So now we've added this category, this folder here, and now it's on the main page. So we'd actually now go into this folder and add floors. So let's do that. So I've clicked on the category. It says to add category, and click on the add category button. So now we don't need to necessarily add another category because we're already in the LVP floors. However, if I did want to create different collections within here, or different subcategories, like for example, if I wanted to separate by color or things like that, you can just jump right into making more folders. But for this demo, I just want to show you guys how to add a floor here. So we're going to go to the add a floor button. We're going to have a few required fields here, so we're going to have to select floor type. So it's LVT/vinyl. call this Champagne Sienna. SKU number, so put whatever you need to do for your SKU number there. And then, there are a lot of different, fields here that, are really just for your, they're there for you. So if you find use for them, great. If you don't find use for them, that's totally fine. It's all up to you. This is, we really want to make this as personalized as possible, so you guys can kind of do what you will. So description. So these are the different room types that this type of flooring would be useful in. So main room, kitchen, kids room. You could put LVP in the bathroom. That's correct. Hallways. Probably not garages, bedrooms. So yeah, you select all the different things there, and then bam, we're done. Now we're off to the structure. So this is going to tell you a few different things about the finish, the number of finished layers, the type of finish. These are all things that you can specify, and then your users can actually navigate these based off of the filters that they have that you set on Floori Light. So that it is quite useful to set some of these parameters up. But anyway, these are all the different parameters. They're all here for you. So once you've kind of filled everything out here, then we can go to choose a preview picture or drag it here. So I have, let's just say, we'll add this photo again here. Now that we've added that, next it's asking us, what is the actual size of these planks that you're about to input into Floori. So let's take a look at that for a second. So what I want you guys to take note of is that the width and the height are actually assuming that the photographs of planks that you have are vertical. So let me show you what I mean by that. So for example, these planks here are all vertical planks, therefore the width and the height are accurate. The width is going to be 7.5 inches, the height's going to be 72 inches, and so forth. So now, however, if you are inputting images that are horizontal, you're actually going to swap these back and forth here. So I'm just going to go ahead and type a couple different fields in there. So overall thickness, wear layer thickness here. Obviously our units are in inches, and then you can have this URL linked to the product page. Let's say you have a URL, like let's say you have this product hosted on your website. You can actually paste this URL here so that customers can click on that URL when they're browsing through Floori Light to kind of bounce to your website. So yep, so these are the different fields you're going to have to do here. For grout, this is for tiles, so it's not really relevant for wood floors here, but right here we're going to activate the different patterns of flooring that this would be useful for. So these are all the different ways that you can actually lay this floor down. And from there we're going to hit save, and we're going to go to the next section, which is tiles. So tiles here will actually, a tile does not necessarily mean a tile. It's just what we refer to as individual pieces of flooring. So tiles, planks, it's all the same thing here. So I've got a few different products here. Cool, so I've found my different plank images here. I'm going to highlight them all. I'm going to upload them all. And so you'll see this go to 100 multiple different times. And that's just kind of showing you that different planks are being uploaded. So I'm just going to quick pause, and we'll be right back when this is over. Great, so once we've added all of our images here, we're good to go. We've done everything we need to do to actually upload a product to Floori, to be able to work within Floori. There is one last section here called the product gallery. So here we can actually upload any other additional room scenes or any other photos, large panel shots or anything like that we want to include in the digital merchandising of your products. So this is something that will be useful with the manufacturer-facing platforms that we have, and then also I'm sure these will be incorporated into our software in the long term here. But this is essentially an all-in-one product specification portal here. So cool. So now that we've added all this stuff, let's check out what our floor actually looks like in the visualizer. So let's launch Floori Light here. So this is the floor that we just added. So let's check it out. So we've got, you remember the engineered wood, we've got the solid hardwood, those are the old sections, but now we have this LVT, LVP section here. So we can actually click this and we can see the product here that we just uploaded. And bam, it's in Floori Light. I mean, that did not take very long. Super easy, super quick. Yeah, that's how to upload a product into Floori Light and our platform. Before we move on to the other sections, I just want to show you a really quick useful tool here. So this is the copy and paste tool here. So I can actually select a particular section here or product. So you can actually select particular products if you want to copy and paste them into other sections. So you basically select the ones that you want to copy and paste over to another section. Let's say you maybe accidentally put them in the wrong section. You can actually then copy and paste into new sections here. And voila, they're all pasted for your organizational pleasure. So cool. So that really sums up all the product catalog stuff. Let's go into the account settings real quick. So this is where you'll want to set up your company logo, the name of your company, your email, subdomain, the language, of course, and the color. You can actually change the general feel and palette of the portal here, as well as Floori Light. Now, on top of that, what's important here is your invoice data. So this is all the information that you would want us to put on your invoices here. So, and you can actually access your invoices from our administrator portal as well. So, yep, that's that. Let's go to Floori Light now. So here's the Floori Light section here. So this is the brand watermark section here. So this is where you'll want to upload your logo, so that once instead of Floori here as for default, you see your logo. And then over here we have the vendor URL. So this is where you'd want to put your website, so that customers can actually click to go back to your website or discover it that way. And then we have a couple different options here for caching uploaded images and things like that. I think what's really probably most important here for you guys here is the filter section here. So these are the type of filters that you'll be configuring on the Floori Light page. So here I see floor type and installation method. Once I actually select a particular floor type, I'll have an option to do color tones here. So we can do light brown. Installation method, I want to glue or nail this down. And then if I go back to the main catalog, all these filters will apply. So that is how the filter system works. Now over here is where you can actually configure them. So we have a lot of different filters. And these are all the different product fields that we actually put in when we were specifying, when we were adding products. So these are all the different things that you could filter by if you wanted to. Most manufacturers decide that they just want to do floor type, color tone, the type of material, so LVT, hardwood, carpet, etc., and then installation method. But they're all here for you, and you can configure them and change them at any time. Next, we have the call to action button for get a quote. So I just enabled this here. So we didn't have anything here, and so when I refresh this, what should happen is that we should now have a new button down there that says get a quote. Yes, and then we click this button. It prompts the user to put in their information and get a quote from you. So you can enable and disable that. And then you also have a floor calculator here. So, and we can enable that as well, and we can quick refresh the page. and this will embed a very small floor calculator in the process here. So now, in addition to the floor calculator, we also have an option for a custom call to action button. So this is something where you can actually specify a custom URL. Let's say you want to send them to a particular landing page or a a lead capture form that you want, have maybe additional things to configure. You can do that there, and you can configure all this here. So let's just see what that looks like, and I've enabled it. I'm going to refresh the page, and bam, there's our custom button, and it immediately links to the website that we provided. So this is a really solid section to check out. I mean, especially you want to make sure that you configure Floori Lite to be as personalized and fit your needs as much as possible. And yeah, so that's the Floori Lite section. Let's check out the default room. So now these show all the different room scenes that we have for you guys to choose from and display to your customers. So for example, right here, I've only chosen very residential looking room scenes. However, if you go into our page here on the default rooms page, you see a lot of different commercial opportunities here. So we can actually, let's just say we want to add a few of these. We just select them, refresh, and then bam, they're added. Office 1, Office 6, and yep, that is that. So that's how to add more room scenes. And let us go to the next page, which is usage. So right now this shows how many sessions were utilized that month. So it resets every month. However, in the long term, this will become a very useful analytics dashboard where you can see things like average session time, geography, things like that. So yeah, we're really excited. This is really going to be, I think you're really going to be in both of these tabs, Floori Lite and Product Catalog, for most of the things that you do in Floori. So yeah. Well, yeah, that summarizes everything. So that's how you use the Floori Portal for getting your retailers equipped with all the tools that they need to sell your products, and this is how you kind of manage that dashboard and your administrator portal. So you know where we are. Feel free to ask us any questions if anything seems confusing. We're here for you. And yeah, that wraps it up. Thank you for your time, everyone. Bye.